Hi, my name is Camila, and today I want to talk to you about 3 things that I think have made a huge difference in the overall feeling I have with my art, because 2023 has honestly been one of the best years. Maybe not in how much I've drawn, but in the overall feeling I have with my art. So I hope today you will maybe learn something that could help you with your journey. And if you're feeling blocked, or if you're feeling kind of stuck or not happy with your art, maybe some of these tips might help you. So, the first thing, every piece of artwork you make, it counts. And I've always felt like if I create something really not cute, really bad, if it really sucks, if I hate it, I want to rip it out of my sketchbook or just delete it, then it was useless. And it's not true. Lately I've realized that all the, crappy stuff, all those pieces that look really bad, are actually great. Even if it's just something that, I've drawn in 5 minutes, it counts. Because it's an idea that you had, and you put it out, it exists now. It's not just in your head. If you create because you have ideas, all these things, you have them somewhere in your head, and you think about them, and you want to create them, that's why they come to you. If you leave them in your brain, they kind of pile up. And if you get them out somehow, it's great. Even if it sucks, even if that picture is really terrible and you just hide it in your sketchbook and nobody ever sees it, it's good. Because it's an idea that you put out and it exists now. And maybe you can make it better one day, and maybe not. Maybe it was not that great, you did it, and now you can move on. So, that was one of really crucial things that I kind of find out lately. The second point that I think is really important is, don't be such a consumer. It's hard to be a creator because it's hard to produce something. It's hard to make something out of nothing. You get a white paper, whatever, new file, and there's nothing. And you have to create something, and that takes your energy, and it takes your focus. And if you only focus on other people's things, if you sit for 2 hours on Instagram and you look at all the pretty art there is, because wow, that's a ton of awesome art. And if you dwell on it too much, if you look too much at other people's things, maybe you love those things and maybe you want to support others, of course. That's great. I also love supporting other artists. But all the time you spend looking at other people's ideas, it takes away from you, because you need to make those things in your head into reality. If you look too much at other people's art, it kind of makes you feel you've gotten something out. It can be really difficult to look at all the art styles, all the nice stuff that those people make, and then to sit down, and you are not, if you don't have a really set style that you use, if you don't have that step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, I don't know what kind of an artist you are, but I feel like consuming less art from others is good for your artistic abilities. Drawing is essentially resolving problems. When you make something from nothing, when you draw on a piece of paper, you gotta find out how you can make it work. And sometimes, there's 10 artists, and each of them creates something different. Each of them draws an apple, for example, completely different. If you look at these 10 apples, what are you gonna draw? You gotta find out how to draw your own apple, and all these 10 apples are gonna be combined in it? I think they will, kind of naturally. But if you spend 2 hours looking at other people's apples, it's really hard. I think it creates this sort of weird pressure. So don't be such a consumer. Try to be a creator more. Try to focus on it. It's really easy to be a consumer these days. And I don't mean like in a negative sort of way, you're consuming too much. Like, no. But think about it. If you want to be someone who does stuff and creates new pieces, you have to be the person that comes up with things. You can't be somebody who spends their whole day looking at what others make, right? The third point, if you make an art piece, it's fun, you're drawing, you're into it, you're in the flow. Once you feel it serves its purpose, once you feel like it's fulfilled what it was supposed to do, you just leave it. Because I've realized that oftentimes I've been drawing something, whatever, a character maybe a fan art of something, and then I was like, where is this going? So I've drawn this person, maybe I've even slapped some colors on it. Where is this piece going? Like, what is it? Sometimes you just don't know. It's not like it's so important to make it something bigger. Maybe it's just a sketch of your favorite character. And maybe that's all it has to be. That's all it needs to be. Try to think about it. If you draw something, maybe, you watched a movie and you really liked it. Like, for example, in this video you're watching me draw Holga. And I really like this character. She was so fun in the movie. I really liked her. And yeah, I like Michelle Rodriguez as well. So I just felt the need to draw her. And that's it. I didn't need to make it like, ooh, this whole, grand piece. This doesn't need to be character study. It's none of that. I just was like, wow, she was such a fun character in this movie. Dungeons and Dragons. And she was nice. I liked her. I liked her aesthetics. I liked Michelle Rodriguez's acting. And I felt like, wow, I want to draw her. So I did. It was fun. I tried something, a bit of a looser line art. I slapped some colors on it, wrote her name in the background, and that's it. Made some like extremely fast trees, colors that are kind of contrasting, kind of making it look nice, and that's it, honestly. And I feel like it fulfilled the purpose. I just wanted to see her in my style, and I wanted to draw her facial features. That's the whole deal. I used to be really bad about this. I would draw a person, a character, fan art, whatever. I would have this idea. Maybe I went out and there was something nice in the nature, a kind of a tree, whatever. I would be like, wow, this tree is so pretty. I need to make it a part of something huge. A part of wow, this landscape great artwork that's gonna be amazing. And sometimes it doesn't need to be like that. It can just be a sketch of a tree. It can just be this like simple Holga fan art. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be a product. It can just be a piece of art that I enjoyed making and that looks good. I kind of like it. I really had fun doing it. So yeah, these 3 points really helped me feel better about drawing in general. And I feel a lot more free than I felt at the end of 2022. I felt like I have nothing to say, I have nothing to draw, because I've never followed with lots of ideas I had in my head, only because I didn't know why should I even draw them. And sometimes there's not a huge thing you gotta do with that idea. Sometimes it's just drawing it out, sketching it, slapping some colors on it, and that's it. And I feel like if you can stick with this for some time, you're gonna get a lot better. And I have gotten a lot better in 5 months. In my head, I feel so much better about drawing. I'm not so anxious at all. And I hope you can implement some of these. And I hope you like Holga, because she's really cute. Okay. If you want to hear me again, maybe you like and subscribe, See you next week on Sunday, hopefully. Bye!